Lord have mercy. All right, I should be live now. So here I am, y'all. I'm live, take two. I'm on the phone with Quentin right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, Quentin, I went live. So now on your end, I want you to request me because apparently you should have got a notification.
It says I was tagged in a video.
Okay, now go on and click on tag in the video, and then you should see my video pop up.
Take two.
Oh Lord, now I'm gonna echo.
In a video. And then you should see my video pop up. Take two. Oh, Lord, now I'm gonna echo.
Request me. Now we're gonna be echoing in the video, y'all.
Oh,
Did you request me?
request me. Yeah, I'm gonna be echoing in the video. Right. I request you from where?
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
I'm sorry, y'all. Lord have mercy.
Not down here about commute. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, I just need to see that you're watching. Are you? Can you click on the video so that you can be on in there so that I can see that you're watching it? Click totally in it.
I'm on the video.
No, you have to click in the video because sometimes you can watch from the outside.
You said do what now?
Click on the video itself so that it can open all the way. And then that way I can grab you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, while you have the video up.
Okay, wait a minute now. Let me try it again. Let me just try it again. All right, I'm gonna send you an invitation. I just did it.
Okay, wait a minute now. Let me try it again.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Alright, I'm gonna send you an invitation. I can get it.
Oh Lord, did you get it,
Hold on.
y'all?
Why did you? Yeah, I'm clicking on it.
All right, let's see if this works. Come on now.
Alright, let's see if this works. Come on now.
But I don't see you. You didn't pop up. You may have to change devices. It might be your device.
Yeah, let me get on from the phone. You might have to change.
Okay, y'all. Because okay. Well, I might have to end it again.
Okay, well,
All right, y'all. Hold on.
do it again. Wait, don't do it yet. Alright, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Here, hold on. Here. Did that do it?
Okay. Yes, it did it. All right, I'm hanging up. Bye. Okay, it's adding him now. It only took
Uh,
half of my
it only
life.
took forever.
It took half of
Sorry.
my life.
That wasn't Ortiz. That was me. I'm not the IT technician. She is.
It took half my life, though. Hello, finally.
Pretty much.
Oh, Lord. All right, so we are here. It is Wednesday.
June 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to discuss that phrase that will hit you every so often. Why are you single? It used to get on my nerves hearing that. I used to not like it. That was one thing I did not like anyone to ask me. But of course, as we've gotten older, we realize, that I can, put a little bit more answers into it. There's a reason, why, a lot of us are, why most people, well, not most, why people are single. There's a reason. We want to put a disclaimer out there that this, we're not trying to down anybody. We're not trying to drag anybody's name through the mud or do anything like that. We are not against relationships. We are not against being single. This is just, our experiences and us sharing our experiences as to why we are where we are in this point in our lives now. We are not against relationships. Ortese and I are both Tauruses. We love love. It just doesn't seem to necessarily love us back. So if you want,
You can start first because I'm mad.
well, first off, hello everybody. Sorry, like I said, with the thing, I was trying to get on from another, I was trying to get on from my computer, but once I learn all this stuff, I'll get a little bit better with it. But
Before you start, it's a little feedback on your end, so you may want to. Is there a way to turn the volume down just a tad? I think on your end, just so it won't be a little feedback.
now,
Talk again.
now,
It's still there, but it's a little better. Go ahead.
now.
It's good.
Okay, but you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay. So of course, I've been in a few relationships. I think we all have. Um, so basically, like I said, I would, dating, of course, and all that is just so hard these days. And, and I would go on and people would ask me, they say, you have a good job, you have this and you have that, but why are you single? And I used to be like, I don't know. But now that I've reached this point in my life, I know why I'm single, and I think that it transpires with all of us that we've all just been through many different experiences in our lives, and we're all single for a reason. I personally am single by choice. As we go on ahead and we talk about all of this, as you know, times have changed, people have changed, dating has changed, all of that stuff has changed. So, depending on what you've been through, that could be a reason why you date or why you don't date. Like I said, for me personally, I'm choosing to be single because I am a giver. And as much as I give, I also want to take as well. Meaning, if I'm going to give 100% of myself, I want 100% from the person that I'm with. I think that a lot of people don't realize with relationships is that, it's always, fine and dandy and peaches and cream when everything's all good and nice. But the times when you need each other the most are the hard times, and it all comes down to that. It also comes down to communication as well. And I've been single for quite a while now. I can't really think offhand of how long it's been, but like I've dated off and on, but but it's just, I guess, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I can kind of tell, right, kind of, when I meet a person and how it goes, I can tell how it's going to go. Like, I'm not going to take you seriously if you're not taking this seriously, but like I said, basically, I'm not going to give all of myself and lose me in the process. And I just want, and being single has allowed me to focus on me, because in a relationship I give like I said, I give a lot of myself. And when you're together, you're supposed to be a partnership. It's supposed to be a partnership. You're supposed to be together. And and I just unfortunately have not been able to really get that, in a relationship. So I guess it's been a couple. It has been a couple years. There's no guessing to it. I have been single for a couple of years, but like I said, instead of now somebody asking me that question and I'm saying I don't know, no, I do know now. I know why now, because of the experiences that I've gone through, the things that I've gone through. I'm also at a point in my life where I don't want to date anyone because it's not going to be fair for them, because I've been healing from a lot of the things that have happened to, in my relationships as well. And by no means am I saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that at all. None of us are. We all make mistakes. We all do things. And I think, you go into relationships and you have certain expectations, and I think, they just seem to fall short. And then, of course, once you start getting into communication and things like that, I can say, well, Ortese and I talk about this all the time. Of course, my thought process is like a woman's. So we talk. Men, for some reason, don't like to talk. um, you know, it's true.
It's
They
true.
don't like to talk because I guess they feel like if whatever happens, I don't know, it's like they just wake up the next day and it's like, oh, do you not realize that you just called me this? I forget. No, I want to know. You gonna talk to me? I want to know why you did that. I want to know why. And, and like I said, so you can delve so deep into a lot of these things. You can delve deep into people's pasts, past relationships, how they grew up, all of that stuff. It all makes a difference in, being single, married, and whatever else. But it all truly just comes down to communication.
Yeah. Communication
Your
and communication and reciprocation is what I have been telling people all my life. You give, but you want to receive in return. So that is very true.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't get a lot of that. I don't know what it is or why it is that
The times
I
have
see.
changed.
Yes, times have changed, and
The
then
times.
also, it's like, we talked about how we attract certain people,
Oh my God.
the same kind
Y'all,
of people.
listen, y'all.
Um,
I attract the same people. I don't. It is very rare that I attract a single person. I attract married people. I attract people that are with others, and they hit up in my inbox, and you know who you are, and I won't call you out. But
we're not gonna do that. No.
you hit up in my inbox, and I'm sitting here like, so what am I supposed to do? Entertain? You're so beautiful. You know.
Well, thank you. It's really nice, but it's not gonna do me any good.
That's a compliment, but I'm not gonna like what. So what is that supposed to What is that supposed to do? You know. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then also for me, I mean, the same thing with me. They're usually with somebody, or, and I mean, I don't mind a compliment. Compliments are very nice,
Right.
but, if you know that you married or you're in a relationship, you need to go sit down somewhere and don't, I mean, you can't help but look at me. I can't stop you from looking at me, but, you can't, but you
Look
can't
at
be,
me.
you know, but you can't be like you can't be like that. And I'm fine with that, but to be loyal in your relationship, you would think that you would go ahead and and respect.
And stick beside them.
Yes,
Yes.
and respect that, and do not be trying to message me on the low and whatnot.
And what
Um,
for?
because I don't want someone that has someone that
No, I
that's
don't understand, but why do they do that? Why do they want to feel that they still got it? Like, why do they do that? That's what I want to know.
and I think about that too. I think I think about my past relationships, and the basis of that, that they started on, and like I said, that's why I keep, I think a lot of people do not realize this is that, and of course, as you meet each other, things are, you have this, I would guess they call it a honeymoon period or whatever, and things are just going great and wonderful and
Hmm.
whatever else. But then, there's a time where, eventually it stops, and you really start to see, each other, you get to see the real people, which I always, show, this is who I am, this is how I've always been. But, we all have our own different quirks about us, our own different things where we, but that doesn't mean that, that two people can't be together. I mean, obviously, I mean, look at how this was. But if you look at dating now compared to
Oh.
like the 50s and the 60s, it's for real. You look at it now, then, the men were very, courteous. Now I ain't gonna say, no relationship is perfect. I know that, it wasn't perfect, but they respected their women, in the fact that, if, she get pregnant, that, they're married, whatever, and it's not that I'll gladly be a housewife. I have no problem. Let me throw that out there. I don't have a problem being a housewife, but you're going to respect me. You're going to respect me, and I'm going to respect you. You're going to respect me as well. I'm trying not to laugh at that comment I just saw.
No, it's true. I'm sorry.
It is true, though. It is true.
It's true.
Dating it is trash.
I
And
told
then on top
somebody.
of that,
I told you, and I told my friend Tony this weekend. I said it's hard out here for a pimp. I mean,
and it is so true. It's so
hard
true.
out here.
It is so
I mean,
true. It's so true. It's sad but true.
Yeah.
And and like I said, you just you like I said, you look at things people and then now you have the social media and the internet and all that stuff, and people's idea of a conversation is now via text message and and things like that. Like I can text myself, like
I mean, there are some people out there that prefer text message conversations. There are,
which is okay for a
which
little
is
bit.
okay. Maybe at the beginning stages, yeah. But as you go along, then yeah, I really do want to see a little bit of communication.
Yeah.
But
I tell you, I've had full blown out, like not basically fights over text, like and I'm just like, why didn't you just call me? Like my hands is just a bit of look, my hand is tired. I don't feel like typing all this stuff out. Like I shouldn't have to either.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
Now, Ortiz, while we do this, let me make sure. So I know that we're both on here. Does this feed allow
your friends to
see
see?
it
Yeah.
too? Okay.
So I see when my friends are watching. You see when your friends are watching.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And also, during this work, so we also want to say, we haven't decided whether we're going to do this weekly or every other week because we are both pretty busy, like we all are. Who's not? So we're not sure if we're going to do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. But for every conversation and every topic that we have, we're going to have a part 1 and a part 2. And just because we are talking does not mean that you guys cannot chime in with what if you feel free, feel free to share your experiences, your suggestions, your thoughts, like that one that dating is garbage, and we're not going to necessarily be able to, respond to every single one of them while we're talking, especially when we start getting into, the specifics of the topic. But we will come back with a part 2 to every topic that we have. So this is part 1, and then we're going to come back with part 2. That'll allow us to go through the feed, go through what we're talking about, so that we can make the content for the second part. And and we just want everyone to know that they're included in this, because we ain't the only ones that's been asked, why are you single?
Yeah, I just don't like that question. And my response is, what do I say? Sometimes I just try to say something positive. I just haven't found the right person, even though, they say men are hunters. They are supposed to hunt for us. But no one has really fascinated me. And again, I will repeat, I attract married and already taken men.
And what I used to tell, and like I said, when people used to ask me why am I single, I would sit up there and I would think about it for a second, like, yeah, why am I?
Yeah, whatever, because I feel I'm a decent person. I think anybody would be thrilled
Yeah,
to
yeah,
have me as,
yeah.
on their arm. You know,
Of course.
I don't think that, I mean, we all are not perfect,
No.
but I don't think that I'm that bad off that, you know, I
Oh,
mean,
I'm sorry. Every
yeah,
once in a while,
yeah,
I
some
am going
people
to have
don't
to
think.
look at this and say that somebody just said that they attract bottom feeders. Honey,
Tanya, that's my
I'm
girl.
telling you right now. Okay, you want to know another type that I attract? Another type that I attract. My parents, put a very great work ethic inside of me. And so I have worked, all of my life. I've worked all my life. And of course, you want somebody to add to your, you want someone, if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, you're expecting to add to it. You're adding to each other. You're building towards something. You're working towards something.
Right.
Well, I guess when you say bottom feeder, I guess you mean somebody that want to feed off of you. Yeah, tend to attract those two. And also, with me being a nurse, I'm very caring. And I think that men can see that. Men can sense that. Ortiz, you think that, I think that, they can sense, a nice person. I just don't know why it's not nice enough for y'all to be nice, for them to be nice, back to me, but, they want to be taken care of. I don't have no children, and you are not going to be one. If you are not going to add to my life in a positive way, I will stay single. And I have no problem with that. What I'm not going to do is sit up here and groom you or whatever so that you can go on ahead and do what you want and use me and suck me dry. That's emotionally, physically, financially, and everything else.
That too.
No, because just like the saying is so true that I can do bad all by myself. Yeah, I'd rather do it by myself. If I'm going to be in this relationship with somebody and
Hmm.
you're going to give me 10% of yourself, then I'd rather go on ahead and be by myself.
Uh-huh.
Which I think Ortiz always say this too. I don't think, so single is different from being alone. I don't feel alone. I have my family.
We
I
have the
have my
support system.
friends. So I'm not alone. Now there are times when I do want to be alone. We all do.
Hmm.
But I'm just single, and I'm single in the sense that I'm not with anyone. And so I also like to make sure that that is well heard as well, and that that we make the difference between that, because I think a lot of people see being single as being alone, and no, you're not alone. You're single.
Yeah.
That's just one aspect of your life. We are all multifaceted people and have other aspects of our lives, and and being in a relationship should not define who we are.
That's true. Yes. Because some people feel like they need outside of inside the,
No, 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 you're right,
they
because
need to be in a relationship in order to
yeah,
get
they
what I
need
need
to.
to.
And the thing is, unfortunately, when you get to that point of where you feel like you need to be in a relationship, that's kind of when you start putting up with a lot of things that you probably ordinarily wouldn't put up with. Just to say, this person's on my arm. I don't care. I'm not gonna be on the arm of anybody that's getting on my daggone nerves. So when I go to eat my pizza and I gotta share it with you, no, you didn't buy it. You ain't bought nothing. I bought it myself, so I'm eating it all by myself.
Oh God.
I used to, for the longest time, I never liked eating in a restaurant by myself. But you know what? I did it. Going on trips and things. I never wanted to go on trips,
By
across seas
yourself.
and all that kind of stuff by myself. But guess what? I did it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let my life stop because
Stop.
I don't have that significant other in there or whatever. And also, like I said, I told you earlier, Ortiz and I are both Tauruses. If you look up Tauruses, we are very loyal. We are very loving. Um, and like I said, I think, that unfortunately that's something that people can feed on
Mhm.
or feed off of.
Mhm.
And so, and I don't want to change who I am. But you have to admit that when you're in certain relationships, it kind of does change you a little bit, especially if it's a bad relationship. It's gonna change you. It's gonna change your way of thinking. It's gonna change your way of, the way of about how you go about future relationships and things like that. And I can tell you, Ortiz knows me better than basically anybody. Um, to touch on just a few things. I've been in relationships where I have lost myself. You know, um, I, I, I chose to be single, and that's how I wanted it to be because, and not only this, but I had, I was so upset with my past relationships that I had gotten to a point where I despised relationships. I did, because I was so sickened by the relationships that I was in. The things that I'd gone through, the things that I went through. I was so sickened by them that I was no good to, I was barely, hardly any good to myself because, I was trying to heal myself. But I also realized that it wasn't fair for me to go and be in a relationship or date or do anything like that because I hadn't healed.
Yeah, you need
It's
to.
not
Yeah.
fair to the person that's coming along. It's not fair to me, myself. And like I said, you go through this, and then and then you have that question: why are you single? Well, I'll tell you why. You want to know? I'll tell you why I'm single. Do you want to hear it? That's the thing. Can you handle it? But I eventually had to realize that because of the hurt and pain that I had gone through, I couldn't offer anything to anyone else. It wouldn't have been fair. So I had to, look at that as well because, like I said, I think, our pasts really do, make a big difference in, in our actions that we do now and in the future. Those things are, they all come together to make us who we are. And if you're not very careful with that, then yes, that can, then you can get yourself caught up in some things. And like I said, it's unfair to yourself first and foremost. It's unfair to you. And then, like I said, it's unfair to that other person because what was happening was everyone I was dating, I literally would kind of just, I would just like stop. I'm like, don't even bother. I know what you're gonna say, And what I realized I was doing was I was treating them like the person, like my previous relationship.
Right.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is not fair because that's not them,
Yeah.
But I was doing that, and I realized that, and that's one of the first epiphanies that I had for myself that you're single and you need to be single, and for I don't know how long you need to be single, but for right now, this is where you need to be. You need to be single because you're not being fair to the rest of the dating world or the dating pool because especially if you sit up and we think about this, like I said, we're not placing blame on anybody. I mean, I'm not gonna say the elephant in the room because everybody knows it, but I'm just gonna say that like I said, once again, we're not all perfect. We all make mistakes. We all, and that's just how it is because we're human. If we weren't human, we wouldn't, you know. But once again, it just sucks to give a lot of yourself and get nothing in return.
Yeah.
Who wants that? And just like I've gone through the things that I've gone through in my past relationships, the person that I meet, has gone through things too. So, you can have that bad seed or that bad part of your relationship from somebody, from their past, which might be the reason why they're hesitant to talk about it, or to, go on about it, in a healthy way, because of the unhealthy relationships that they've had. So it's a twofold thing. It's what you've gone through, but that's why you talk. That's why you have to have communication, so that you can sit here and you can talk. It also allows you to realize what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with.
Yeah. Which
So
another
yeah, it allows you to put up. You're like, I'm not gonna put up with that, because the moment you have to stay strong in that. You keep your belief, you keep your values, and you keep who you are, and you do not ever let that go, because if you do, you will literally just mess up your whole entire foundation
Yep, you
for
would.
yourself and for the relationship as well. Because if you let that person get away with one or
Whatever
two
they're doing.
things, or
I said whatever they're doing, yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
if they're doing something that you do not agree with, and you're letting them get away with it, then of course they're going to go on ahead and they're going to keep doing it. And then who's going to be unhappy? You. And then eventually, you're both going to end up being unhappy. So you just got to look at those kinds of things as well. You got to look at those kinds of things. You got to make sure that you hold each other accountable for for each other's actions and the way that you handle things. You got to hold each other accountable for them. So
Yeah. It's still a little bit of feedback on your end.
I saw my auntie that's
Yeah.
hello, Gloria. I know her. I know my aunt Gloria.
Do you have your are you on your phone or on your laptop?
I'm on my phone until I figure out how to use my laptop. We'll figure that out.
Do you have the laptop still open?
Yes.
I think that's where the feedback's coming from, because I hear like an echo when you talk.
Well, let me go through my. I know you don't put up with anything, auntie.
I think for just different situations that you're in, there's always a lesson learned. I feel it's always a lesson
Yeah.
learned.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Nothing.
And it's probably, and it most likely is a lesson that hurts. It's probably a lesson that hurts.
Oh,
And it sucks. But if you can, put the pieces together and learn from that, then that will help you along the way as well.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got to look at it as it being a lesson. I used to look at it as being, a very negative thing. Well, no, it's not negative to try and find yourself. It's not. I think I took it off my laptop. I still don't know why I'm still.
It's just like when I hear you talk, it's like a
Well,
feedback.
I stopped it,
Oh,
but
okay.
I
I
stopped
think
it.
your volume might be a little loud. It might be mine too, because I don't know if
I
y'all
turned,
hear it on mine.
okay, I turned it down.
Let me see. Can you say something?
Yes.
I think just a little better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I hear myself too. I don't know why. I
I
wonder if it's
don't
because
know,
of
y'all.
Ortese.
We're gonna figure it out as the
Yeah,
weeks
we'll
go
figure out.
on.
Yeah, y'all got to go. This is our first trial run.
Yes.
We'll work out all things.
Um, but yeah. I mean, like I said, I have plenty of lessons. Um, if I were to sit here and go through every situation that I have been in, I mean, I can laugh now. I mean, the way that I tell the stories is like it's very comical. I mean, I had people just on the floor laughing, but I mean, it was serious at the time. It was serious at the time,
Yeah.
but I did learn a lesson out of it, and I take that, and then when I go into the next relationship, I don't take the baggage, but I just take the lesson learned and know, okay, I know what to look for, what not to look for, what to do, what not to do, what to take, what not to take, you know.
What
So
you want, what you don't want.
what you want, what you don't want. Yep.
Mhm. So, so I guess I can give. Uh, I mean, like I said, there's so many different stories that we give, which like I said, right now we still laugh about it, but during that time, I laughed about that stuff. Because I think that people, the heart is also, our hearts are very strong, but they're also very, and when someone has broken your heart, it is, that's,
It's
it's,
it's the
it's
most
emotional.
painful thing.
Yes, it's emotional, physical. It's literally like, somebody stabbed you, and, like literally like somebody stabbed you in your heart. There's
Mhm.
nothing worse than to sit there and devote so much time and energy and money and everything else into these relationships, and then end up being single anyway.
It's like I put up
So
with so much that I learned how to recognize game now. I know how to
yeah,
recognize game, and I just be like, oh, look at you, that's so
yeah.
cute.
And one of
Okay.
my things that I have trouble deciphering is, like I said, because I'm so used to, it's terrible. I try not to label everybody the same, but for some reason I keep running into the same types. I really do. I run into the same types all the time, all the time. So so unfortunately, it's what I'm used to, but I do try to give people a chance, though. I do try to give people a fair chance. But the moment that you go on ahead, you do what the other person did, then you are no different from what they did. So, yeah, Auntie, we're gonna work on that. Um, I don't know why y'all are hearing echo. I'm
Is
on.
it when I talk or is it when Quentin talks?
I hear myself.
Because I hear it when you talk, but I don't know if
I
y'all
hear
hear it when I
myself.
talk.
Which, like I said, also could be because I'm in the basement. It could be the acoustics or whatever down here.
No, it's more like as you talk, it's like a echo.
Mm.
It's very faint, but you can still hear it.
Because I can hear it. Yeah, I just heard myself. I don't know why.
So I don't know. I was about to say
Well,
go on again, but it took 18 minutes for you
it
to go
took
on
a yeah,
this
it took a.
live.
We'll have this set up and straight for part two. We'll have this set up and straight for part two.
It's just
Yeah,
you.
it's just me. I know. Point me out. Point me out. Yeah, I've been the cause of all of it all night.
My God. So yeah, I mean, we all deserve happiness. We all, we don't want to be alone forever. I feel like I'm content right now in my life. I know you choose to be single. I mean, we all deserve love. We all deserve happiness. But as I'm waiting for it, I mean, I'm enjoying my life now. I ain't got no stress. Dealing with some stuff. So I'm happy right now. Just hearing others that I know like going through stuff. I'm like, whew, glory to God.
Yeah, like you're going through a lot. We all have our own setup. We all have our own threshold. Of what we can and can't deal with. Like I said, so it's not by no means we're not judging anyone or anything like that. Like I said, if people's tolerance levels are different, and I respect all of that. But once again, when like Ortiz says, we've taken we've taken those situations and we've learned from them. And like I said, what it's made me do, and well, what it's made both of us do is just pretty much, like I said, just decide, I can put up with this, but I'm not gonna put up with that. I'm not, you're not gonna walk all over me. But basically, to come down to it, all serious and period point blank is, I want to be treated the way that I'm treating you. I want what I give, I want it back.
Right.
Just like you're gonna want that's reciprocated. That's both ways.
Reciprocation.
hmm and like I said, now with this, like the, choosing to be single, it has brought a lot of reflection on my life and a lot of reflection on me. to look back and see things, and yes, becoming happy with myself and being happy with me. And a lot of that in my earlier years was not being happy with me. It's like I needed validation. Like I had to hear that from, the person that I was with. And there's nothing worse than that. And then to start kind of relying on it for your heart to be blown to pieces, because then you're sitting there wondering, like, what happened? Like, and it really, really, really leaves a hole in your heart.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah. So like I said, but I don't, and I don't know why people do the things that they do. I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. I can only speak for me. Like I said, I believe in love. And I also believe, they say that there's somebody out there for everybody, and I believe that that's true as well. But in the meantime, until that person comes along, whatever the case may be, like Ortese said, I'm living my life. And I'm taking care of things that I need to take care of for me. So I'm, and I want to be happy.
I don't know. I thought about this the other day because a lot of men shower. They're women with gifts. I don't know how it feels to be spoiled. Do you? I don't know because I feel like I've been so independent. I don't know how it feels to be spoiled.
And you maybe then start thinking, and if you do it, you probably start thinking something's wrong because you're not used to it.
I know. And and then when if that time were to come, which is like once in the blue moon, then it's like I don't know how to act because
you don't know how to take it. I don't know how to take that.
Mm-mm.
Look, basically, why are you trying to be so nice?
Right. Look, you didn't have to do this. And he's knowing darn well that I'm loving it. But I mean, yeah, it's hard.
It really is. I was gonna say something.
I agree with what Gloria said. Can't nobody make you happy till you're happy with yourself. Self first.
Yes.
You have to do like a lot of self-care, and I've learned that too. It is okay to have this is another thing. I guess being in a situation, like I can only say situation because I don't know when the last time I've been in a relationship. But self-care is important. Me time is important. Those days where you don't want to deal with anybody is important, and you have to make sure that you kind of work that into your life.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be some days where you don't feel like talking to anybody. You just want to be by yourself, but gather your thoughts. You need those moments to yourself in order to, stay sane. Because you're around that relationship 24/7 now. Come on,
mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, and to be quite honest, I think and that's another thing. I think like men are like they the time sharing and all this stuff. Honestly, I don't want you in my face all day.
No.
I don't want anyone in my face all day. I love my me time. I'm taking time away from Jordan right now. He upstairs.
The dog.
Yes. Yeah, I'm taking time away from my dog. I need time for everything. Sometimes I just need to be to myself and by myself so that I can gather my thoughts, and honestly just to try and make a better me. And yes, you need those times, and you have to take those times out for yourself. But yeah, and even in the event that I was in a relationship, if I were married, anything, no, I don't want to see your face 24 hours a day. Who wants to see anybody's face 24 hours a day? I love you, Ortese, but do I want to see your face every day in my face?
Well, I don't.
No. 24 hours a day in my face? No. Because there's things I might want to go do. I might want to go
talk every day either. You know. Yeah, and even if and the thing is, and this is what I always tell my friends, like friends, relationships, whatever. If you call me and I don't answer, I mean, this is very rare that I don't answer. But if I don't answer, I'm gonna text you right back and just say, "Hey, I need a moment."
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing wrong. I need a moment. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. They don't understand. They still want to call you back. Like, what? Nothing wrong. I just need a moment.
I mean,
I want to watch my movie.
yes,
Yeah.
just to sit down and watch a movie and not have anybody, anything or anyone to disturb it or whatever. Even though most of what Jordan, y'all knows my dog. Like I said, it's not like he doesn't really bother me necessarily or whatever. But sometimes I do just want to just lay on the couch or lay in the bed without him coming up. He wants to come up here and be all up in, all up in my face. Like I'm like, I need my time to myself. You done had yours. You done had your time. I need my time now. Like. So yeah, but yes, definitely take care of you. You need to, and if anything that I've learned from any of this is to seriously take care of yourself and take care of you. Do not put up with just in general. Do not put up with something that you know that you are not, that you don't want to put up with. Do not do that in the name of love or in the name of trying to make that person happy or whatever, because trust me, your happiness matters as well. And that's what I've taken from all of this, is that, you know what, I deserve to be happy too. If I'm going to send you Ortese, please let me tell them how nice you are.
Oh, you can tell them because my mom tells them now.
So Ortese is very, 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 okay. So like I said, we're both Taurus's, as you know. But Ortese is very giving and very, we both are. But Ortese is she's just like, to me, I call her, she's like extra nice. Like, she'll give you a call, she'll give the person a card, but she'll put a gift card or something. No, she tell me that, and I'm like, put that card out there. Take that card out. They don't need no damn card. No, not the gift card. You can send them the card, but take the gift card out.
Oh my God.
If you want to give somebody a gift card, send it to me. I mean, we all want to be showered and everything else, but no. Ortiz, she's very sweet, and
it depends on the situation.
I know, but still, you're still too damn nice. I've been telling her, which I've been telling her this for years anyway. Like I said, it's so funny how, like, we could be the same sign, know each other so much. We are alike in many ways, but we also are different as well. And like I said, so I'll give somebody like a card for their birthday or something like that. I hope they're not opening it up expecting something in it, because depending on how far along in the relationship we are, most likely the only thing that's gonna be on there is written in some words.
Look, Tanya, you still watching? You hear that? He agrees with you. No, I was like, ask my friend Tanya, was she still on? He agreed. I was like, you agree with her, or she agrees with you? And she said the same thing.
No, no. I told her, just send it to me. Send that gift card to me. Give them the card.
There she goes.
Shoot. I'll appreciate it. But also that
we learn our lessons, though. See, we learn our lessons.
But it's not even so much about learning our lessons, but once again, that's who you are.
It shows who I am. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't, and like I said, and I think I've said that already, that I don't want anyone to lose who they are. Please do not lose who you are. If that's the kind and giving and sharing person that you are, stay that way. Just don't let anyone take advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now see, the thing is, okay, I'm going ahead and I might give you a card, and okay, say I put $10 in it, okay? Well, I'm just gonna keep it real. When the next go round flies around and it's my birthday or whatever, I'm not expecting $10. I'm expecting 20. We gotta start stepping up the game.
It's true. That is true. Oh my God.
again, that shows you, I told you, being very brutally honest, and that is how it is. Yes. I don't want to, like I said, yeah, it can be 50-50. 50-50, whatever,
It
that's
should be
fine.
50-50.
If they gave me,
It should be 50-50.
yeah, now if they gave me the $10 back, then that's fine. I know, but then
No.
but at some point, like I said, depending on the stages that you're in and all that, you start to build up and things start, you build up on those kinds of things. So, but yeah, like I want to be showered with stuff too. Shoot,
Yeah.
and nothing wrong with that.
It's hard. Yeah, you're
As
right.
you said,
You're right.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Tiff, it's on Quentin's end. But listen, when you watch the replay, Tiff, it took 18 minutes to get Quentin up. Please.
Yeah, please bear with us. This is, as you know, this is our first
We're gonna get it right
topic
next week.
video, and we're still gonna we have kinks we have to work out and all that, because like I said, this is part one of part two will be out, and we'll have time.
Yeah, we'll do it next. We'll probably do it next Wednesday. I should
Yeah,
be.
we'll have time to be able to go on ahead and go through and work the kinks and things out, because hi Twyla, because I did not plan to be on my phone. It just ends up, yes, exactly, Auntie, yes, exactly.
Hey, twin. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I said that jokingly, but
No, you are right. You are right. If I give you $10, you're right. So when the next holiday come around or whatever,
yes.
we double the.
But then, like I said, then you start building, and then that's when you start learning each. You start to know each other. You start to learn each other, and then that's when you don't even have to say anything. You get to a point where a person just knows you. A person just knows you. I'm in Virginia, Twyla. A person just knows you. They'll know what to get you, and you'll know what to get them, because that's why you're communicating and you're learning. Because a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have heard this, there's some kind of book of signs of love or something.
Love language or something, right?
Yeah, love languages or something like that. So you have people that are, I don't say materialistic, but there's people that like gifts. There's people that like, that are emotional. There's different. I think it's called love. Yeah, it's like love languages.
I have that in my Kindle. I have
or something like that. And I only read the part that I knew was me, and it's true.
Which was?
What do you think? If somebody gave me $10 and I told them I wanted.
Oh, that was the part. That was the part.
Thank you, Tanya. Yes, 7 love. Yes. I don't know. Like I said, my love language hit.
Mine is all
and then the thing, remember also that we can have more than one love language. It doesn't have to be just one. It can be, you could be 2 or 3 out of the love languages or whatever, Like I love attention, but I also, my birthstone is diamond. Oh wait, wrong hand.
Oh no, I was hey time, I'm sorry.
My birthstone is diamond, so yes, I love things, but like I said, it all depends on the situation. It depends on, like I said, how far you are in your relationships and things like that. But yeah, I definitely noticed I know that's right.
Yes, girl.
Yes, but I was like, when I read it, I was pretty much like, I knew the one, but like I said, I was a couple more as well, because just like I said, it just depends on the situation. Like if you're sitting up here just watching a movie, of course I'm sitting here just watching a movie, you're watching TV, and I want to be cuddled up, and I just nothing like. I don't want you to be. We don't have to cuddle 24 hours a day. I get hot real easily. I got a fan. Look, I got my fan right here. I carry that around with me. I carry that fan around with me everywhere. It works with batteries and with plug ups. Because I get hot real fast. So I don't need you laying on me for a long time because I get hot. Now I generate a lot of body heat, which most people like heat, so that's good for them. But no, I'm gonna need you to get off me something because I feel like I'm about to die of a heat stroke. So, it's like, so when it comes to cuddling, yeah, we cuddle for a little bit. But yeah, then at some point, yes, I want you to go ahead and turn around your way and let me go on ahead and, watch my merch
And,
load or whatever I'm doing.
I'll see you in a few hours.
Huh?
And I'll be like, and we're down, but I'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah, like, that's it. Thanks for that. Cause, like I said, I mean, I'm not sure. My, I don't know what it is. Ortese, I hate the heat, and my body temperature is just feels like I'm on fire, and I don't like. Yeah, I can't stand that. So I don't. So I love to cuddle, but it's to a certain extent. Twyla, you talking about some personal summers already? Ask Ortiz. I've been having personal summers for years. I've always been like that. I hate the heat. I never did like it. I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is.
He is a polar bear.
I tell if I could live in Antarctica, I'd be right there. I live in Antarctica, which will be another reason why I'd be single because nobody else will go down there. But look, I'm actually okay with that because I'd be happy. I'm all about my happiness now. That's I'm about my happiness. I'm not going to sacrifice my happiness anymore. I'm not going to sacrifice my happiness anymore to make to make someone else happy. I'm not doing that anymore. I will not do that to myself. I don't deserve that. None of us deserve that.
Oh, and the Kendra G comment, you do have to watch her, Quentin. I went to college with her, but she does singles. It's very interesting, these characters that get online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it never ceases to amaze me the things that I see and hear. I mean, it's sad, but it's quite comical as well.
But this is what happens to me. Like a man will tell me his life story. It's like I don't even ask.
Yeah, you don't even open your mouth.
I'm sitting there like, who? Talking me his life story, and I'm like, oh. And then, but most of them, like I said, the married guy. Well, I'm married, but we ain't getting along right now. So, that's what they be doing, and I
Well, you might want to first and foremost go on ahead and go to what they call a therapist, which most men are against. But you need to go to a therapist and work it out because I think even when I think when problems arise, you need to sit down and and I think a lot of it nobody can look in the mirror. People have to look in the mirror and be like, this is me. There's a saying for that too. People can, will talk about people, a lot, but when it comes down to looking at yourself in the mirror, a lot of people can't do that. They can't face themselves. They can't face the person that they are. So before you start going and doing all that stuff, you need to really sit down and look in the mirror and know who you are. And if there's things that you need to work on, you need to work on those things. Don't take those out on other people. You gotta be able to, you gotta deal with that on your own, and that's something that you have to do. It's not something that anybody else can come and do. We can sit up here. I can point out, we can point out a lot of things. It's like kind of like that thing, like I can always help other people, but when it always came to me, I was just looking like clueless. So, but but now, like I said, I truly look in the mirror and I say, this is me. And I have my flaws, and I know my flaws, and I have no problem with telling my flaws because I have them. But what I'm not going to do is let you throw my flaws back up in my
In
face
your face.
because you feel some kind of way. And
Yep.
that has happened to me as well. Like, they've used me as the scapegoat. No, I said that I take responsibility for my actions. I take responsibility for my part in this. What I'm not going to do is take part of whatever it is that you all about and everything else. No, you're not blaming that on me. I'm going to need you to go ahead and be honest with yourself and, and take responsibility for your actions.
Which they don't.
Not usually.
Because it's all on you.
But once again, and I tell you this, I tell you, and I tell everybody, I have no problem taking responsibility for my actions. Me, mine. I'm not going to take your burden with me. We got enough stuff to be worried about, enough stuff going on, and a lot of other things going on in our lives. I don't have time to be sitting up here trying to take on that too.
Yeah, that's a heavy burden.
It's a heavy one. Honey, it was, ooh, that made me think of Dream Girls. Twila, it's just water. Stop being so,
As I
yeah, it's just water. It's water with my ice in it. Got my ice.
look, do your ad. Zach cup. That's your Zach cup.
Zach! With the exclamation point.
Yes, keeps everything cool.
Keeps your ice cold for a long time. No, I'm not drinking any wine. You must be drinking wine, Twila. Yeah, well, well, of course, as y'all, as you guys sit here, and interact with Ortese and I, a lot of things. I guess sometimes I probably do sound like I've been drinking, but but Ortese, it's just me. It's just me. It's just me being honest.
No, it's a pretty touchy topic sometimes because it is a sensitive topic. Because, like you said, there are some people in your life that want you to be married more than you do. Like, we can't help what we don't want to go through, and so we're not going to settle for anything less than what we deserve. So,
Nope. And I also going ahead and I'll address another thing that that I've come along. I'm not putting out how much money anybody makes per year or whatever, and I know that a lot of times a lot of things do kind of come down to a lot of in most relationships, financial comes into it. And I say this, and I've said this, like, I don't need you to make the same amount of money as me, or more. But what I do need for you to do is have motivation to better yourself, to want to do more, and to get to that point. Because, and that's just the problem that I've ran into. People that have people that just don't have any ambition, and they have all this potential, but they cannot, grasp onto that fact. Like I don't care, if you make less money than me, because we'll work that out. I pay the utility bill. We work that out. We work it out. But at the same time, I'm gonna need you to also be motivated and have a plan. Because even as we sit here and we're talking now, Ortese has her master's, and I have I'm 1 year away from my master's. So and even with all of that, you just think that we got so much stuff going on in our lives that even though all of that is happening, I still want to do more things. I want to do more things to help other people and to help myself as well. I'm always trying to better myself. I'm trying to think of other ways that I can better myself and trying to help better other people as well too.
At the same time that you're saying that, whoever comes into your life needs to understand that, because there are some people that don't want you to do anything at all, and
Hmm.
they're like jealous of you, and they try to take a lot of that away from you. Like, well, you don't need to do
Hmm.
that. You don't need to do that.
And that goes your first sign right there that that person don't need to be in your life, because if a person really cared about you and wanted to be with you, then they'd be like, what can I do to help? How can I help? Tell me what I can do.
Yep.
You know, if you're going into a soup kitchen, you need me to go in there with you?
Did you say a soup kitchen?
Yes.
No.
I mean, just whatever the
I was just making sure that's what you said.
yeah, just
Oh,
different
sure.
situations, different things, but it's if you're not, you coming into my life and you see that we got that, then you share common goals, but you also have your own personal goals as well.
Hmm.
So once again, do not lose who you are in the process of being in a relationship,
Amen.
because that is going to lead you to be unhappy. You will be unhappy. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to be unhappy because you changed yourself. Now, if you're changing for the better, that's fine. But if you're changing yourself to conform to something that this person wants,
Oh, child.
that is what I'm saying. Don't do that.
Some people do. Yes.
And a lot of people do that.
Yep.
And you find yourself, they may not notice it at first, but you will find yourself going into some very unhappy, you will be unhappy because
You
you are
stupid.
giving up who you are.
You stooping so low.
And you should not do, yeah, you should not do that. You should not do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Any person that does come along that says they care about you, love you, you're gonna be in a relationship, whatever, make sure, like I said, you do not lose who you are, because they're gonna love you for who you are regardless. They're gonna love you for your good, your bad, your ugly, and everything else. And I know, and another thing I wanted to say was, I think a lot of people don't like to talk about their past relationships with other people. I don't know if it's because they don't think that the other person wants to hear it,
That's
or if it's because it may hurt them to go back into that.
yes.
I don't know what it is, but I will say this: it needs to be talked about. You need to talk about it. You need to listen to each other. You need to sit down and talk to each other and listen to it, because the person could be acting a certain way because of that, and they might not even notice it. But if y'all sit down and you're talking about it, then, oh, that's why you act like that. That's why you do that. It can also give you a better understanding of each other as well. So don't dismiss that. I mean, I know a lot. I remember a time in my life when I didn't want to hear about my ex's past. I don't want to hear about that. But now I'm really like, go on and start talking. What happened? What year was it?
Well, I want to ask a year. Sometimes they just casually
Yeah,
just tell
some people will just come out with it. But for the most part, it's always been very taboo for
yeah.
people to bring up their past. Like I said, for whatever the reason may be, they don't want to talk about it. But what I've learned is that I want to know. I want to know. I think that, like I said, it's going to give me a better understanding of you, and you listening to what I've gone through is going to give you a better understanding of me. And that just makes for a stronger relationship and a stronger bond.
Amen.
Hmm.
All right, we've been talking for like an hour. Well,
Wow, time really flies. Wow. Okay, so what you just want to remind them one more time?
so we're gonna try to come on here weekly. I know we're trying to sync our schedules because we just kind of decided this, but I know I got some things coming up. I'm gonna be sorority heavy. It's a lot of sorority stuff coming up, and so we just gotta sync our schedules. But we want to do this like weekly or every other week, like you said. And so we're gonna do like, or attempt to do like part ones and twos of these topics. And then, even if you may want to join in with us on like the part two. We wouldn't mind some company and some laughs.
Yeah, we want, you don't have to use names or anything. Like I said, we're not on here to shame anyone. We're not on here to hurt anyone. We're on here
Mm-mm.
to discuss the realities of life, and
Yep.
in this case, being single. So we want to hear your thoughts and your comments and stuff like that. So if we don't get to them, while we're on
We
here
could get to
talking,
the
we
part
will get
two.
to it on the
We
part
can
two.
share some stories.
Yes,
Look,
yes.
like I said, I have some stories I can laugh at now, but
And you obviously, like I said, like what you said, we both have a ton of stories that we
oh
can tell, and we
Lord.
will at some point. But it would literally take up the whole hour.
Yeah, y'all gonna get a kick out of mine.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
we got some stories to tell, and like I said, if you feel comfortable, we want you to share that, share your stories with us, because honestly, you might be helping somebody out. You just never know.
Yeah.
I was
And
always
these
a bit.
comments, and we want to thank y'all for just putting these comments in there because
Yeah.
as this video comes back on our friends' feeds and it's public, and I think I'm now, because of my videos, I'm connected to Facebook Watch, so others may actually see it. So your comments are actually helping. So, but we are and let's just give them our follow us. Follow us on but we got Instagram. My Instagram is my name. What's your Instagram, Quentin?
MD State Boy.
Follow us on YouTube. My YouTube, you can just look me up. You'll find it. My name. What's your YouTube, Quentin Fauntleroy, right?
Yeah,
My TikTok is just Ortese. Your TikTok is it your whole name?
Good question, girl.
I think it I think it's your whole name, but
It might be. I'll have it straight by the time we come back on. I told
yeah,
y'all this is a dry run.
yeah. We're gonna have it all together. And so yeah, so this is the beginning of what we should have been doing 20 years ago.
We said we were going to do this for the longest time, and we're holding each other accountable now
Yes.
for all of this.
So, but thank y'all for joining.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning
This
in,
will be
and
posted
thanks
on
for your comments. And like I said, if we didn't get around to answering, like I said, personally to your comment, we will go over that again in part two.
And yeah, and if you're watching the replay, still comment. You can still comment, and we can still come back and read the comments. So it's fine. All right. So we're gonna finish this. Any last words, Quentin? I'm single because
I just want to reiterate that I'm single because I'm not putting up with anybody's crap.
That's your final. That's your final word.
Well, what I want everyone to take from this is to honestly love yourself.
Love
Be
yourself.
true to yourself. Do not let anyone walk over you, because we can honestly do bad by ourselves.
That's right. And yes, um, like you said, know your worth. Don't settle for anything less than what you know that you deserve. Um, like you said, you might as well be by yourself in order to yeah. You already know what's good and what's bad. And if you're sitting there crying a lot, or you're upset, you're mad, then you need to just exit stage
That's
left.
your sign.
That's your sign to just go
You should
on.
be doing. I mean, you're gonna have moments where of course, like I said, no relationship is perfect, not one.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be moments, but if you find yourself seriously, like, literally like losing yourself,
Yep.
it's time for you to, refocus and focus on you. Your
Yep.
happiness is just as important as anyone else's, including
Yep.
the person that you're with.
Yep.
That is true, Tanya.
Tanya.
I'm
It's not
sorry.
supposed to hurt.
Sorry. Yes, that is true. That is true. True love should not hurt. You go through hurtful moments. You go through trials and tribulations, but no, it should not hurt.
Mm-mm. So with that said,
Yes.
who I pointed out that y'all stay out my inbox, but all the single people just go. Okay.
Now we got time to go ahead after all this. We can work these cakes out and figure out what's going
Yeah,
on with this stuff.
we're gonna be better next week. So around around this time next week,
Yeah.
7:30ish.
Yeah.
We'll put a thing out there.
We're gonna have everything all straight before everybody gets on.
Yeah. I'll have you on the other line.
Yes.
All
Basically
right,
showing me how to get on there.
all right, y'all.
But
Thank you for
everybody have a good
joining.
night.
Good night, y'all. Bye.